Hello everybody, welcome back. SK Modified Fixed Series time from Lucas Oil Raceway, Indianapolis Raceway Park, Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park, whatever you want to call it. Fortunately, it's not started out well. Got ran into the back by the 9, which, because of how sensitive these things are, gave me a 4X already. So, I was kind of checking brakes and guess it's my fault. Whatever, doesn't matter. Instant points and short tracks happen, so all good. We'll grind it back up. Managed to put it on the pole where I'm supposed to be. It's a pretty weak field, so it's gonna hope that I actually have something for this.
Here we go.
It's pretty high side dominant, pretty tough to pass. I'm just gonna hope that I can get away and do decent, but I'll try to take off here, middle of 3 and 4, get a run.
Green, green, green.
Let's just hope this is a easy race. I can cruise 40 laps clean without any issues and try to, I don't know, just break even in safety rating, finish where I'm supposed to. You can see everybody fanning out behind. Kind of start right around the second seam from the top into the corner, and then just let the thing work its way down the banking. Kind of build up some momentum. So, as I say that, I kind of overshoot 1 and 2, which allows the 6 to close in. Not the biggest fan of this track combination this week for this series. It just, I don't know, it's too much on throttle time for me. It's kind of similar to how if you ran 5 flags, how 5 flags has been in the SK. Just really tough to do anything. Would almost rather potentially sacrifice some safety rating and go to smaller, like 3rd miles or quarter miles or something like that, where you're off the throttle a lot more, just to have a chance to try to be able to pass somebody. But clearly you can see the 6 is faster than me, the 3 is faster than me as well, so just gonna have to do what I can to try to protect top side, force them to make a move on the bottom. I don't want to give them the entire bottom of the track, but the more I can force them to the bottom, the tougher it's going to be for them to get around.
22.04. You've just done a 22.
Gotta protect it. If they get by, they get by.
Best lap in this session.
6 is certainly trying to take a look, hoping maybe he's kind of overdriving the entries. He'll heat up the right front, and it'll start to wear itself out. As we get, 20, 25 laps into the run, if I can hold off the pressure, then I will be quicker. Using a little bit of brake, but getting back on the throttle pretty quickly.
Okay, Jake, we're matching race pace.
It's getting tougher to find good
22.09.
fields, strength-wise at least in this series. I think guys are just kind of getting tired of how it is. Maybe it's just how the schedule's shaking out, that it's the bigger, faster, more wide-open tracks. Nobody enjoys that. I don't know.
Consistency, keep them coming.
Not boring in the fact that I'm pulling away from anybody. We've got everybody, well, at least the top 3 are all glued within a couple tenths of each other. It's a pretty big gap back there to 4th. You can see that in the mirror. Track position qualifying is just so key. 6 is going to take a dive to the bottom. We're just going to hang up here.
Inside clear.
Try not to get taken out. Sure, if these cars had updated drafting physics, I bet you the runs would be a lot more extreme. These corners are long enough with how slow they are. Pretty quarter of the way done though.
Stay high.
6 still working the inside.
Still there. Still there.
Trying to get on the throttle just to keep the momentum up. Kind of pushed it a little bit.
He's still there.
It's working my
Clear on the
inside.
inside.
3 is going to be working on him relatively soon. 9, I think, got into somebody potentially. Back for 4th or 5th.
That lap was a 22.28.
It's like for the most part, the 3 and I are running fairly similar lap times. 3's not far off. So I just overshoot
Coming on the inside.
1 there. It's going to give the 6th a chance to
still
get to
there,
the
keep digging.
inside. That might have been the mistake he needed.
He's still there. He's
See if
still
he
there.
tries to force me up the track.
He's still there.
He's going to work it above the seam.
Still
Try
there.
to keep working them.
Clear low.
It's just so hard to fight the top side when even when you're in the middle of the track. Progressive banking here, top side just gets such a run off the corner. 3 looked like he was trying to take advantage of that. Look to the inside of the 6 out of 2, wasn't quite able to do it. Let's see if he does it in 3 and 4. Now he's going to slide back behind him. Well, I got lucky. 6 did not capitalize on my mistake.
22.26.
Get back to my normal line. Got some lap traffic that's about a quarter of a lap ahead or so.
That last lap was a 22.22.
Trying to click off as consistent a laps as I can. Got to do a little bit of that cut down, staying above the seam the whole time. We'll add a little bit of time to the lap. So that little bit of cut down seems to help.
You've just done a 22.23. Okay, Jake. That's good.
Said it's kind of like
consistency.
just
Keep it up.
rolling it down the banking just a little bit, kind of give you a little momentum. Apparently I way underdrove 1 and 2 that time. Two laps from
That lap was a
halfway.
22.30.
I'm overdriving the entry into the corner a little bit. So I'm definitely running slower compared to the 6 and the 3.
Your lap time was 22.30.
Maybe I underdrove it too much. I don't know, we'll see. Smoke up ahead, 1 car low. That is the 7. Clear
Coming up
him
on the inside.
off the
Inside's
corner.
clear.
I think he just got
Halfway
into
home.
the 6
Fuel
though.
looks good.
Somehow doesn't turn the 6. I think he's pretty unhappy with him. He's going to insert himself somehow into that instead of just getting out of the way. Although staying on the bottom side is technically getting out of the way. 6, not very happy with him. That kind of just gave me the gap I needed. 19 to go. I don't know if the 6 will be able to take advantage of that. He's certainly going to be driving hard. 7 slid up in front of the 3. Yeah, he's not making any friends right now. Well, the 6 and the 3 are not very happy with him at the moment. Kind of split up the battle between the 6 and the 3 as well.
That lap time was
Drove 1 and 2 there
22.31.
again. Hopefully the 14 won't do that as much as the 7. Not the best exit there.
That lap was a 22.35.
3 kind of falling off. I don't know if he might have had contact or something with the 7. 6 running identical lap times to me. Just trying to find what I can.
That was a 22.32.
15 to go when we cross the line. a little bit quicker. I have to start finding some pace because he's gonna get here. If he chops off like half a tenth, he's got enough laps to get to me. I way overdrove 1 and 2. Not a good in 1 and 2 that time. No real pressure from the 3. Six kind of seesawing on the lap times to run a quick one and then run a little bit slower. Got both the 14 and the 13 up ahead. See which way they go. Bottom's going to be hard to make it around them. I'm hoping they're going to recognize that and go to the bottom. Nope, 14's going to stay up high.
Lap times are pretty consistent.
13's going to go down low. I'm going to be pinched.
You got one right side.
I get the racing for a position, but makes it kind of tough. Can't figure out where to go.
Hold your line.
Rewide's not going to be the best
Still
idea
there.
here.
Keep it
Wouldn't
steady.
be
Still
surprised
there.
if the
That
6
lap
tries
time
to take
was
advantage of it, go up
22,
high. He's actually in the wall, so
Still
the
there.
3's going to go by him.
Clear.
Barely clear the 13. I don't know. I mean, it was tough. Neither one of them looked like they were willing to give me the top side. 13 kind of did, but I had the 14 sitting up there, so really wasn't anywhere to go. 6 is the big loser out of that. He's now almost a second and a half back in third place. 3's half a second back. We'll have 10 to go when we cross the line. So lap car courtesy, I would not say has been the absolute best in this, unfortunately. But when you got a wide range of iRacing and, you know, different strength, lower strength of field, you can't always expect these guys to know what to do. They're still learning, so. And it is a D-Class series, to be expected. Thought the 14
Right
just
side.
got in the wall. I was worried about him coming down, so we'll go to the
Hold
bottom.
your line.
Hope we can try to
Left
clear
line.
him. Kind of backs off, I think. Let me go. At least I'm going to assume that. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Not say he messed up the corner. Clean track up ahead. 10's 8 seconds ahead, so shouldn't be a factor for the rest of the race.
You've just done a
At least I can say it's not like I've caught the lap car brakes when they moved over for me, and then they've torched the 6 and the 3. They've just not been good to everybody. I just happened to catch the 7 in the right place to get by him. 14 looks like he just pulled over this time to let 6 and the 3 go, although probably not quite as fast as 6 would have liked him to.
22.38.
6, I feel like, thinks he's owed second. I don't know. We'll look at it and see what happened to him. Or actually click the fastest lap off the last time by.
That was at 22.41. Okay, Jake. Lap times are pretty consistent.
Time by it was the 6, so top 4 were all pretty close and just trading lap times. 5 to go now.
That lap was at 22.41.
It's the second slowest in the group at that point. It's a big gap between the 6 and the 4. Six is working the back bumper of the 3 now. See if he can make a pass happen. They get into a battle that should be good for me. Hopefully extend the lead out a little bit. Trying to do what I can to find some pace here these last few laps. 6 and 3 still side by side
Come on,
behind.
Jake. 2 laps left. You're P1. That lap was
He's
at
trying to do what he can.
22.34.
3 got into the wall. That's going to allow the 6 by into second. 4 might even be able to take advantage. Excuse me, the 9. Yeah, the 9 gets by. He goes into third. Back into fourth. They're side by side. We've got the white flag now. Not quite sure
One more
what
lap.
happened to
You're
the
P1.
4.
The gap to Milan behind is now
He falls
0.88.
out of the top 4. At least going to be able to cruise to the victory. Lap cars really kind of broke this race apart, unfortunately. I'll take the win.
Well done, mate. That was absolutely
Should have been,
perfect.
you know,
Great
obviously,
work.
like, I'm expected to win this every time based on the iRating. So, you know, not like, woohoo, huge win, whatever, but we'll take it. Wish I wouldn't have had the 4X with the 9 at the beginning, but, you know, that is what it is. No big deal. Park here at the start-finish line, and like I said, we'll take a look at, get the overlay off, take a look at tires, and then look at what happened to stuff there. 88, 82, 232, 17. Not terrible with that. Pretty happy with that overall. I want to see what happened to the 6. Like I said, it was so hard to manufacture runs. So where did he get in the wall? Alright, so we're going to watch this from the 6's perspective. I've got the 14 up high. It's the iRacing default scheme. I've got the 13 down low. It was in the Mountain Dew car. 6 sees me get installed by the 13. Then the 13 just runs to the middle of the track. Now I'm going to try to run the bottom side. 6 is going to run the high side. I just overshot the corner. Got it. Yeah, he just completely overshoots it. It kind of throws it into a bit of a four-wheel slide. You just make contact with the right rear Nerf bar, and then it just kind of climbs the wall a little bit. So that lets the 3 by. So let's see what happened to the 3 towards the end. This one lap before, he's got the 6 behind him. They're trying to chase me down. Kind of overdrove it a little bit. Like, that diamond that high above the first seam off the wall is not really the best move. It's costing you a little bit of time. So the 6 is working the bottom. He's definitely faster. But you'll see the run again the 3 got. I exhibited the exact same thing when the 6 was trying to work to my inside. Kind of just overdrives and drags the wall nowhere near as bad a contact with the wall compared to the 6. So you can see the 9 pulled to the inside, gets by him. 4 gets stuck behind the 3. We've got 2x2 basically to the white flag. So everybody just trying to get what you can. It's so hard to pass. It is really tough to pass for sure. So, you know, frustrating, I'm sure, for them. Lap cars is, you know, what they were complaining about, which I completely get it. Just tough breaks. Like I said, the 7 was the only one I caught the good break with. Everybody else, I kind of had to try to manufacture my own way around, which is, to a degree, that's fine. The lap cars just hold whatever line I've got to work around them. It's just hard when the top line is so dominant. And you'd like to see that courtesy extended because I know it would extend the same thing to them. The roles are reversed, but everybody's learning. It's just part of running a D-class series, especially when the strength field is this slow. So can't get too upset about it. Probably would have been yelling if they were holding me up and lost the lead, something. But you know, it's the breaks. It's gonna go both ways over the long run. So hope you guys enjoyed that one. Definitely not running any more of these this week. That's gonna be my one for the week and be done. It's just not. It's not a great track for this car, personally. So let me know your feedback if you guys run it, what you guys did, what worked. And until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.